Throughout history, there have been empires that rose to greatness, shaping the course of civilization. But few have had the scale, sophistication, and enduring impact of the Persian Empire. Spanning 3 continents at its height, this empire not only ruled vast territories, but also introduced groundbreaking governance, engineering marvels, and a culture of tolerance that influenced the world for centuries. Today, let's embark on a journey through time to uncover the lives and legacies of the greatest kings of the Persian Empire and the monumental events that defined their reigns. Our story begins in 550 BCE with the rise of Cyrus II, better known as Cyrus the Great. Born into the Achaemenid dynasty, Cyrus was no ordinary ruler. He was a visionary, a leader who dreamed of uniting the scattered kingdoms of Persia into a single mighty empire. And unite them he did. Cyrus the Great's legacy endures as one of the most formidable and enlightened rulers in history. Cyrus's most significant achievement came with the conquest of the mighty Median Empire, an alliance that had once dominated Persia. But he didn't stop there. He turned west, conquering the rich and ancient kingdom of Lydia, home to King Croesus, a monarch fabled for his wealth. Then, he advanced southward, seizing control of Babylonia in a moment that echoed through history. But what truly set Cyrus apart wasn't merely his military genius, it was his policy of tolerance. When he entered Babylon in 539 BCE, he declared freedom for those enslaved, including the Jewish people. In fact, the famous Cyrus Cylinder, often called the first charter of human rights, records how he allowed displaced peoples to return to their homelands and practice their religions freely. Cyrus built an empire not on fear but on respect, a revolutionary idea for its time. Sadly, every great journey meets an end, and in 530 BCE, Cyrus died in battle, leaving behind a vast empire and a legacy as one of history's greatest leaders. But his vision would continue to thrive under his successors. Next came Cambyses II, the son of Cyrus. His reign was shorter and perhaps darker. While he is chiefly remembered for expanding Persian rule into Egypt, claiming the title of pharaoh, his campaigns were marred by alleged cruelty and instability. Some stories suggest Cambyses desecrated Egyptian temples, an act that stood in stark contrast to his father's policies of respect. Nevertheless, his expansion into the lands of the Nile was no small feat, further elevating Persia as a dominant force across the ancient Near East. But Cambyses' time would soon be overshadowed, as one of Persia's most influential rulers took the throne in 522 BCE, Darius I, also known as Darius the Great. If Cyrus was the architect of the empire, Darius was its master builder. Darius inherited a kingdom rife with rebellion, and his first challenges were internal. Provinces from Egypt to the Indus Valley erupted in revolt, testing his resolve. Yet Darius swiftly quelled the uprisings, stabilizing the empire within a matter of years. What followed was a golden age for Persia. Darius reorganized the empire, dividing it into 20 provinces called satrapies. Each satrapy was governed by a satrap, or royal governor, ensuring efficient administration across the empire's vast and diverse territories. This system of governance became a model for empires to come. Under Darius, the empire also adopted its first standardized currency, the gold daric, facilitating trade from India to the Mediterranean. He spearheaded monumental construction projects, including the grand royal city of Persepolis, a masterpiece of Persian architecture and art. And let's not forget the Royal Road, stretching over 2,000 miles, which connected the empire like never before, allowing messengers to travel its length in mere days. But Darius was not only a builder, he was a conqueror. He pushed Persia's borders into Europe, clashing with the city-states of Greece. This set the stage for one of history's most famous conflicts, the Greco-Persian Wars. Though his campaign ultimately ended in defeat at the Battle of Marathon in 490 BCE, it marked the beginning of Persia's long and dramatic rivalry with Greece. Then came Xerxes I, the son of Darius, who ascended the throne in 486 BCE. Popularly immortalized by Hollywood movies, Xerxes is often remembered as a ruthless despot. But history paints a far more complex picture. One of Xerxes' defining moments was his retaliation against Greece after his father's defeat. Determined to succeed where Darius had failed, Xerxes launched an invasion in 480 BCE, commanding one of the largest armies ever assembled. This campaign led to legendary battles, including the Battle of Thermopylae, where 300 Spartans and their allies held the Persian forces at bay. Yet, despite the Persian victory at Thermopylae, the tide turned against Xerxes. His fleet suffered a crushing defeat at the Battle of Salamis, forcing him to retreat. Though the Greco-Persian Wars are often framed as victories for Greece, they also demonstrated the sheer power and resilience of the Persian state. For decades, the empire endured as a dominant force, even as it faced resistance from its Western rivals. As the Achaemenid dynasty continued, rulers like Artaxerxes I oversaw periods of both stability and decline. Please adapt this chapter as is. By the time of Darius III, who ruled from 336 to 330 BCE, the Persian Empire faced one of its greatest threats yet, the rise of Alexander the Great. Alexander's campaigns shattered Persian dominance in a series of decisive battles, from the famous Battle of Issus to the fall of Persepolis. Yet, even in defeat, the Achaemenid legacy endured. Please adapt this chapter as is. Though Alexander's conquests marked the end of the Persian Empire, its legacy continued to shape the world in numerous ways. Persian innovations in governance, such as their model of provincial administration, influenced empires for centuries to come. The Persian language and literature continued to flourish, enriching the cultural tapestry of regions across the Middle East and beyond. The spirit of the Achaemenid Empire endures, a testament to its lasting impact on the world, a legacy of innovation, tolerance, and cultural richness that continues to inspire.